What's going on, guys? I'm Mike Echoes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tame an Iguanodon. Probably the best early game herbivore that you're going to be able to get, so let's jump right into it. So the Iguanodon saddle is actually unlocked at level 30, so that's going to give you plenty of time to have your narcotics built up, trank arrows built up, and it's going to have given you plenty of time to have a mount, maybe a raptor or a parasaur, which is going to help you a great deal when you're going after one of these guys. As far as equipment goes, you're going to need some bolas. I recommend 5 to 8 to carry on you at all times. We're also going to need plenty of trank arrows, plenty of narcotics. These guys' preferred food is actually simple kibble. I'll show you the recipe right here real quick. There it is. Dinosaur eggs you're going to need for this are going to be a parasaur, pteranodon, raptor, compy eggs will work. That's all that I can think of right now. Check Dodo Decks on your phone to double check me on that, but I believe those are what you're going to need. And you're also going to need rock carrots, which is going to make this kind of more difficult to have early game, but if you start your crop plots early, you should be able to have some. Other than that, if you don't have the ability to make that simple kibble, you can tame these guys with mejoberries, but be warned, you're going to lose some taming effectiveness, and it's going to take about 200 of those on max level to get this guy tamed up. With that, I'm going to go ahead and try to find a decent level to tame, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I do. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I found a level 110. This is him right here. Took me forever. He's the highest level I could find. I think I'm going to go ahead and start shooting him and then get him out of these trees. He will aggro. Like, be careful because, yeah, here he comes. And boom. We're just gonna go for those headshots. How we do. These guys' torpor is a bit higher than anything we've tamed so far, so be aware. Alright. Not too bad at all. Now, just gonna kind of leave him here. I'm going to attempt this. Let's get this tree out of the way. Then I'm going to make some wooden spikes to place around him. And what do we need? Fiber and hide. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back up here and make a couple of those wooden spikes. I'll bring you guys back and show you how I post spikes up around him. Be back in just 1 second. Okay, guys. The way I do this is I usually just come up in the area that I think they might get attacked from. This works with all kinds of different tames, and just make kind of a box that I can defend, that I can still possibly get in. Yeah, right here. So the only way in is through me. I can sit here and defend this little hole in my spikes. Not have to worry about anything jumping on my guy here. I'll go ahead and pop a couple of narcotics. Narcotics on him, get all these mejo berries on him, and then we're just going to kind of defend. Make sure nothing attacks him. The wooden spike's going to make that much easier. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut here. I'll bring you guys back when he's tamed up or when something interesting happens. See you guys soon. And there you have it, guys. This guy's up, ready to go. I was a little worried. There's a fairy down there. It's really kind of concerned it was going to ruin this tame, but everything worked out just fine. We lost just a little bit of taming effectiveness using mejoberries, which was expected, but I'm going to get this guy back to base. I'm going to get him saddled up, and then I'm going to show you what these guys are useful for. Okay guys, so full disclosure, as you can tell, this is not the same Iguanodon you saw just a couple of seconds ago. That's because we actually lost that guy somewhere over there to an alpha raptor on the way back. But it's all good. I found another one, got it tamed up, got it saddled up, and we are ready to go. So first things first, guys actually have two different stances. A hind leg stance that you can see right here, and an all fours stance that you can see right here. You can actually switch between these with the right mouse button. Now in the all fours stance, this guy is much faster and he does not drain stamina. That means you can actually sprint infinitely with these guys and not have to worry about that stamina bar draining and being really slow. That, coupled with the fact that they have pretty decent weight, this guy's got 638 right here, That makes them fairly efficient early game metal run creatures. When you get this guy, it's going to make your metal runs so much easier. Moving on to the second stance. Now in this stance, the hind leg stance, these guys can actually jump, and they can jump pretty high too. This makes getting on top of rocks to tame other creatures a breeze. Also in this stance, these guys can attack much more efficiently. They do much more damage in this stance. They also harvest berries much more efficiently in this stance, as well as harvest thatch much more efficiently in this stance. Now, a little known fact about these guys. On maps like Aberration and other maps that have those hallucinogenic mushrooms, these guys are amazing biotoxin farmers. These guys are going to take those mushrooms and turn it into a bunch of biotoxin. I think they are actually 4th efficient at collecting biotoxin from those mushrooms. So keep that in mind. Now, last but not least, if we come into our inventory here, we're just going to drop all the seeds that we have on us. So now, as you can see, we have no seeds left over. We're going to open his radial menu here. And as you can see right here, the seed, fruit, and inventory button. We're just going to click that. See that little animation there? Come back into his inventory, and as you can see, he's turned almost all of those berries into seeds. Now, this is going to make that early game farm that you want to get much easier to do, because it's hard to find those berries when you're just picking through bushes, right? So use this guy. He'll turn all those berries into seeds so you can get those early game crops going as soon as you can. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer here. That does not work, as far as I know, for things like savo root, citronal, long grass, and rock carrots. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, these guys are amazing early game herbivore tames. Amazing traveling mounts for that early game before you get something much better. Yeah, definitely get one. I recommend getting one as soon as you can. And with that, you guys got anything from this video? If you've learned anything at all, please smack that like button. It really does help me a bunch. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, but if you enjoy the content, please feel free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. See you on the next one. Peace.